Hi, I'm Keely Capel. I am the managing broker and owner at Private Luxury Collection. I have been in the Algarve now for 18 years, as you can tell. I'm English, not Portuguese. I am a single mum to two young boys, and yeah, I love what I do. Oh, it's so hard to give a direct answer to that. I think being a mum and having kids in the Algarve has really driven home how amazing a place it is to be able to finish work on a Friday and grab a pizza for the kids and a bottle of wine and head to the beach and chill out. And that can be at any time of the year, not just in the middle of the summer. The weather is good. We spend a lot of time outside doing outdoor activities, and there's definitely a big social element to it, you know, getting to know people, different events going on. There's always something to do. One fun fact about me, when I was younger, I danced in the Palladium and I sang in the Albert Hall. Free time. I don't get a lot of free time. Being a mum, firstly, takes up a lot of my time, and my third child is my business. So I guess when I do get free time, it would be spending it with my boys and just being present with them and watching them grow up. I've always been a people person. I've always been involved in some element of sales or customer service. When I moved to Portugal, I initially started working for a real estate agency on their rental side. So I guess the natural progression was to move into the sales side. And it gave me the elements of a job I wanted and enjoyed doing. In a country that I was not native to. I think the variety of people I meet, the variety of my day-to-day, there's always something new, and even after all this time, I will always learn something new. I think one of the most memorable moments is obviously completing my first luxury sale and achieving that. But I guess the one that sticks in my mind the most is being on site in a house renovation with clients and a very, very good looking architect in the middle of summer in a very flimsy, lightweight summer dress, to suddenly have a gust of wind come from nowhere and blow my skirt up almost over my head, and have to frantically throw my arms down by my side to stop myself from exposing myself to this very good looking architect and the clients. Thankfully, the clients were very laid back and saw the funny side. I think the fact that I am transparent. What you see is what you get. I will not lie and I will not hide anything about the process, the property. I'll always tell you the truth, but also I'll hold your hand every step of the way. My approach is very much about relationships. I don't see it as selling a product. I see it as building relationships. And with all of my clients, I build very long-standing relationships. Most of my clients have become personal friends, and I get to know them. I get to understand their motives, why they're buying, why they're selling, because I think that really does make a difference to how you proceed with a transaction and how you achieve the goals that the client has, whether it's the sale of their property and getting them the best price, or whether it's that whole dream of relocating and finding the dream property to start the new life in. I would like to think that my clients think that I'm 100% dedicated to going above and beyond in achieving the goal for them. Is there a typical day in real estate? My day can look very, very different. As the owner of the company, there are days I have to wear a CEO hat, but obviously my day starts with 2 young children and the mum hat on, rushing around, making snacks, getting children dressed out the door to school. Quite often my working day has started before that process, picking up messages, especially from international clients who are on different time zones, who may have sent me messages in the early hours of the morning. So quite often I've already started my working day before I've shipped my children off to school. Generally, I try and fit in some form of exercise. I like to lift weights. If I can do that before I get the kids out to school, I will. And I walk a lot. So I'll try and get a walk in before I actually sit down for the day and start focusing on my actual work. Like I say, some days it's CEO, I'm doing marketing, I'm running the finances and doing the accounts to send to the accountant. Other days I'm on the ground with all my agents and I'm out doing listing presentations with private sellers, with developers, or I'm out touring clients, and that can entail showing 1 or 2 properties to a particular client, to spending 3 whole days with a client, showing them various different locations across the Algarve and helping them narrow down where they really think they should be in terms of buying a property. Coffee, definitely a coffee drinker, to the extent that I now have to drink decaf down to the amount that I consume. Being a mum, firstly, is tiring, and being a business owner also has its worries. I would say that at the minute I'm more a night owl. I very much like being an early bird and getting up, and the quiet of the day, especially in Portugal, the stillness that you get in the morning. But the way my day pans out, quite often it's well gone midnight before I can even think about hitting the bed. God, every property is so different and so unique.